Uh-oh. Gage says it's empty. Guess it's time for a beer, guys. What do you think? I think so. Yeah. Hey guys, I'm Greg. Welcome to Greg's Beer Reviews today. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Alright guys, thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. This should be a real treat. This is thanks to Matt sent this to me. He lives up in Minnesota. This is where this beer is from. And this is supposed to be a highly sought after beer. From what I've read and seen since he said that he was going to send me some of this, it looks like it's going to be a real pleasant experience. So Matt, I do appreciate you sending me this and the other two that you sent along with it. We'll be getting you some beers back that way. Hopefully I'll get you some Terrapin beers that you'll like. Let me read what's on the can here, guys. Fresh beer, keep cold, don't age. Surly Brewing Company. Get Surly. You're about to drink a wet hop beer brewed with American hops so fresh they've never had the chance to dry out. Day 1 picked, day 2 shipped, day 4 tossed in the brew. The only delay from the fill of your glass is the time it takes for fermenting. The hop varieties vary, but you can always expect the intense resinous character that only comes from the fresh hops. This ain't a beer for aging. The beer quickly loses its aromatics, so invite your friends over and enjoy this West Coast style IPA now. And it says right here, beer for a glass from a can. I agree with that. Pour it into a glass. Pour it into something. Don't drink it out of the can unless you're somewhere you don't have a glass, like on the beach or at the lake or whatever. If you're at home, pour it in a glass, guys. This beer has some information I'm going to read here off the sheet to you here too. 2011 it was a citrus hops only. In 2012 it says it's Simcoe hops only. 2,400 pounds of hops picked freshly in Oregon and shipped to Minnesota immediately. We brewed this beer in 3 days. It's hop-forward beer, dry with subdued malt flavors. The style is West Coast IPA, malt 2-row crystal. Wet hops, Citra, Simcoe, bittering hops, Columbus. Yeast, English ale. ABV is 7.5%. I think last year's was only 6%. I've never had this beer before, guys, so I was blown away when he offered to send it to me. So I had never heard of it until he mentioned it, and I looked it up, and it comes with some high remarks. So I do appreciate it, Matt, for sending it to me again, buddy. The beer is an American IPA, 7.5, availability fall. He said this beer just came out, and according to the can, I'm recording this on the 29th, Sunday night, and it says canned on 9/20/2012. It's 29th, and it was put in the can on 20. It's 9 days old. It don't get a whole lot fresher than that unless you're sitting there off the bottling line when it comes off. So guys, real fresh beer. This ought to be a real treat. I don't know if I've ever had anything quite that fresh unless I've brewed it myself. I'm serious. I don't think I've had one quite that fresh. It'd be close. And on the IPAs, that's the way you want them. You want to get them fresh, and they'll be the best. Don't cellar these beers. They will lose their hop. It's not going to go bad, but it won't taste as good as it is when it's fresh. The food pairings for this cuisine is curry, the Thai, the cheeses are the peppery, the Monterey, pepper jack, blue, your sharp, your more pungent cheeses, gorgonzola, limburger. The meat for this is grilled meat, shellfish, salmon, poultry. I mean, the IPAs go with just about everything. There's not a whole lot. Burgers, everything off the grill. So the glassware is pint, becker, stein, a mug, a Sidel. Not anything you want to pour it in. I got some pint glass today, guys. And like I said, let's not cellar this. Let's not cellar it. I just got this out of the box today, and I got it in the fridge so I can do it today. So I'm anxious, like a kid with a new toy on Christmas. Into the glass it goes, guys. I don't want a monster head because this is a 16-ounce beer, and this is a 20-ounce glass. So I want it all to go in there. May not happen now. Then again, it may happen. I'm going to get that around so y'all can see it, guys. Beautiful there. Look at that. a good finger of head there out on the top. Full glass, it's over top of the glass. You see the foam, the head is over top of the rim of the glass. Over into the light, very orangey. It's a kind of mix between an amber and an orange. Very clear beer, a lot of bubbles streaming up from the bottom. Looks wonderful in the glass if I don't spill it. Wow, looks very good. Let's get a nose on it. Wow. Wow, that is so hoppy. When I do the Simcoe hopping on mine, I get just a little different aroma than this. Like I said, they've used a different bittering hop, and they've used Citra in there, according to what this says here. And I've never grown any. Of course, you can't grow it. It's a proprietary hop, probably. But I've not used or brewed with any Citra hops yet. Wow, smells delicious. I'm getting a big melony grapefruity smell. Heavy on the grapefruit. Wow, it's almost like, what other fruit would I bring up with that? Grapefruit is the strongest aroma that I'm getting there. Maybe a little tangerine, but grapefruit. Citrusy grapefruit's what I'm getting on the nose, guys. Let's give it a taste. Oh yeah. That's nice. That's real nice. Yeah, this beer has only been in the fridge for a couple hours. I said, I'm going to go ahead and do it tonight. Couldn't wait any longer, Matt. Had to try it after I read all the reviews about it. And actually, this year, Rate Beer doesn't have. It's so new. It just came out 9 days ago. It doesn't have a rating for this year's batch yet. So we're using, I used some information from last year's batch, but like I said, it was only 6%. So they're doing it different every year. So I like how they're breaking it down from year to year, so you don't compare one year to the other, because it may be a lot different if we're using different hops, different ABV, not using the same chemicals, the same ingredients to brew the beer. So a lot of beers are different from year to year because they want them to be different, but a lot of them are the same because they want them to be the same. So with that being said, they wanted this to be a little different. So smells wonderful, tastes wonderful. It's an awesome beer. That's a thumbs up for me. Date on the bottom of it, 16 ounce. It's in the can. No light can get to it. It don't get much better than that, guys. You want to see my hair moving back? Whoa! What's that mean, guys? I got my shoes on, so my socks don't blow off. Stick around, I'll be right back. Alright, guys, got a little left here. Woo-wee! This is an awesome beer, guys. It is so fresh and green. This is exactly what a wet hop ale should taste like. To me, this is a perfect example of what a wet hop ale should taste like. So easy for me to say. It is almost too green. It's so fresh. Wow, what a smell, what a taste. Final chug. The only way that could smell or taste any fresher if you stuck 2 hop cones up your nose. So, guys, it's awesome. It is awesome. Grapefruit, citrusy, melon. I want to go to the piney, but I mean, it is just so green. It's almost like evergreen. It's awesome. Fresh, 9 days old. Been in the can 9 days. So, guys, it don't get a whole lot fresher than that. It's a 10 as far as I'm concerned. It's an A+. Definitely worth trying. Like I said, Rate Beer has last year's ratings, and both of those were 99 overall, 99 in the style, and that was a 6%. So, well, I'll have to check back and see, or you can check back and see how the ratings are going. I'm sure they'll probably end up posting some within the next week or two. It's awesome. It's very tasty. Very bitter, though. I mean, on the back end, it is definitely, if you don't like hoppy beers, don't bother picking this one up because this is hop. This is hop to the max. So it's pretty damn tasty as far as I'm concerned. The ratings for Beer Advocate come up to 95, which is off their charts almost. That's in their world class rating. So I agree with that. It's pretty damn tasty, and there's nothing floating around in it, no particles or anything. So it's a fairly tasty beer. It's a filtered beer. I feel pretty comfortable telling you that. It's not bottle or can conditioned or anything, and I think it still has a tremendous amount of taste. A lot of the bottle conditioned reviewers really love that type of beer, and a lot of times I do too, but a lot of times there's a lot of stuff floating around in those beers that I don't particularly care for. I know it's either hops or yeast or something floating in there, but it doesn't need to be floating in there. I mean, when I don't have a filtering system here, and when I brew it, it doesn't have that floating around. You know, all that stuff settles out after a week or two, so I don't know why that would become an acceptable practice. So I don't know. It's just my opinion, guys, but this is tasty beer. Matt, appreciate it again. Guys, give me some comments back on this if you can get it. I don't know what the distribution is on this one. It may be pretty limited. I cannot get it here, so I'm looking forward to the other 2 beers he sent me from this brewery. So they ought to be tasty. They'll be coming up soon, too. So come on back tomorrow. Well, look, it may be one of them then. See ya then.